2018, of the small demographic of people who actually watched the YouTube Rewind from start to finish, it is reported that 356 people killed themselves, citing stress and trauma caused by this type of media. In 2019, singer Lizzo, along with 20,000 others, attended a Lakers game at the Staples Center. The smell of wide open ass caused 547 of these people to go home and kill themselves that night. However, as we enter the new year, we're facing a crisis much greater than these past events. A crisis, a plague, a sickness that is driving upwards of 50,000 soldiers to suicide each day. Our beloved operators are being forced to kill themselves over and over and over again. But for what reason? Why is this tragedy allowed to happen? What is going on? I wish I could tell you that these senseless deaths were linked to auto-asphyxiation incidents involving the new operator Mara. I wish I could tell you that. But the truth is much darker. These deaths are attributed to one thing and one thing only, and that is skill-based matchmaking. Intrigued by this phenomenon, I decided to hit up the old Call of Duty stat tracker. I headed over to the leaderboard section and was pleased to see that they had a leaderboards for suicides. What I found was quite shocking indeed. Ignoring the obvious hacker in first place, I found a man whose name I will not try to pronounce in second place with 517,000 suicides. I decided to go send myself to the high heavens in private match, and I found out that it took roughly 2.8 seconds between spawning and killing yourself over and over again. This means our mystery suicide bomber, who sits at number 2 on the leaderboard but number 1 in our hearts, has spent over 402 hours killing himself, which is equal to 16 days of game time. Is that a poncho this guy's wearing or a skill cape? I can't tell. So why would this man or woman put this much time into killing themselves over and over again? Well, it all comes back to skill-based matchmaking. There's really two groups of people who take advantage of this. The first group of people, could be me, could be you, could be this guy, will tank their stats just so they can get matched up against weaker skilled players. These type of players, to put it simply, just can't handle the heat of skill-based matchmaking. Playing against people of similar skill according to Infinity Ward's algorithms they have in place in this game is just too much for them. And who's in any place to tell someone how they should enjoy their $60 game? So I decided to see what the fuss was all about myself. I made a burner account, played a few matches like your stereotypical Xbox player to really make sure those stats were down. And sure enough, that did the trick. I was joining lobbies that were quite surprising, to say the least. I mean, before I even joined the lobby, I was seeing level 20s, 30s, 40s. And with the rank reset that came with Season 1 that reset everyone down to 55, I haven't seen anyone lower than 55 in quite some time. And lo and below, here we got plenty of people below 55, just straight bots. You know, I'm not one to make fun of someone's video game prowess. You know, I don't think that's something that you brag about to begin with. But I swear to God, these guys didn't have any thumbs, or ears, or really any of the 5 basic human senses. You know, they couldn't hear me behind them, they couldn't feel the bullets I put into them. Same with this guy here, I'm just trying to get his attention, shooting a few rounds into him. But yeah, sight, sound, touch, I mean maybe taste. I wasn't dipping my balls in any of these guys' mouths. Anyways, this got me thinking, who else is abusing our operators like this for personal gain, with no regard for human life? Well then look no further than the YouTubius Creatius. Latin for YouTube content creator, these types of channels make a handsome living off their deceitful and untruthful gameplay. These guys reverse boost themselves, or maybe join reverse boosted accounts and pass off their gameplay like it's hot shit. And you know what? I could probably do the same thing and get away with it too, but I'm not, because I'm not a pre-cum baby. I mean, look at this guy's lobby. I mean, it's pretty comparable to the reverse boosted lobby that I joined. In fact, it might even be worse. But like I said, I'm not here to dictate how someone should play their game. If these people want to do these things for these reasons, then more power to them. But Infinity Ward, you better take a deep look in the mirror and ask yourselves if this is really what you want for your game. Thousands of operators will continue to kill themselves each and every day until you put a stop to this madness. You have the power to end it, and I hope for the sakes of the creations that you've made, I hope you consider it. Thank you for watching and listening.